Hey guys, this is Tony. I want to thank everybody for the help on the internet. We've been going back and forth for a couple weeks now. I've been actually trying to get this system up and running for about a month and a half, 2 months. Most of it has been computer issue on my end because I'm not a computer tech guy. Came across a website, I'll show you what it is. And man, it has really sped some things up, and we all kind of came across some individuals at the same time that are in the UK, Australia, different parts of the world. And we'll be able to come up with a lot of answers for individuals that may have questions. I know on this website I'll show you, there's been over 100 hits a day just on this MasterCraft thing, whether they have questions or they're just interested. Unfortunately, you can't get this system anymore. I'll tell you right now, don't waste your time trying to find the owners. They will not respond. They have other stuff going on in their lives, and for whatever reason, that's where we're at on that. So we've all done it. Everyone that came across the MasterShift stuff, they look up names, they try to find it, they can't get answers from them, and then they jump on this form. So I'm going to save you a lot of time. If you go to that form right there, moregoodinc.com, if you scroll through and you hit the search box, type in MasterCraft, it will bring up kind of a little story about the whole system. It'll bring up a bunch of replies. A bunch of us went back and forth. You can actually download the entire program. You can download the entire manual. The only thing you will have to buy is a computer or laptop with Windows 10. I know I've had it on Windows 7 and it works just fine. You will need that cable right there. USB to RS-232 with COM retention and DB9. I actually have the original cable that came with it. It's a serial port cable. So I'll tell you, I'll kind of go over what I'm going to do or where I started. Panasonic Toughbook. I bought it because it had a serial port cable in it. It works great. It has Windows 10 on it. It uploaded the program. The only thing I could not get working is the .NET part of it. I'm sure it's something I can't figure out. I'm sure it's a program that needs to be downloaded. I couldn't get it to work. So I was given this laptop. Older Toshiba laptop, has Windows 10 on it, has USBs on the left and right side. So I'm waiting for that cable. Should be here today. It says Amazon between 5 and 9. So that's where we're at on that. So hopefully I'll have another video for you guys tomorrow. So started with this. I'm at here right now. So literally this was pretty straightforward, guys. I put the CD in the CD-ROM. It brought a file up on the screen. Not this one. I'll close it out. So brought a file up. It was like a setup. It was 9 files if I remember right, and you hit setup exe file, and it basically walks you through it. It run, finish, next, some buttons you click. In 2 minutes, everything is loaded. It has this icon on the desktop. You would double click on that, and then it brings up that box that was originally on there. So once I get the USB port, or that serial converter, you'll plug it into the USB port. In this drop-down box, you pick 1 through 8. It will find where it's happy at, and you'll assign it a COM number. This is what I've been told and what I've read. At that point in time, that serial port will turn a different color because it's now connected. Right now, you're ready to plug it into the truck or your vehicle, right? So for me, I'm going to go through my original serial port cord from MasterCraft. I got this system 12 years ago and just finally getting it into a project. So I will plug that USB converter into this. It may take an adapter to make that happen, a male-female adapter. It's what I had to do right here to get that to line up. So for me, this is an off-road trophy truck, a Geyser-built truck, 600-inch big block, completely built turbo 400. I'm not using a lot of things that you guys might be using out there. I'm literally just using the shift. I'm doing it like you would have it in the console, where I can shift at any point. The only thing that is different maybe than anybody else is my neutral safety switch. Kind of show you, sorry. Is up there in the dash. So it's that bottom switch above that round dial. You would have to hit that switch to come out of park or reverse or vice versa. And I did that just so if I'm driving and we're racing and I hit the paddles, because I can't slam it into reverse, neutral, or park without hitting that switch. The wire, I'm not a wiring guy either. I dropped it off. The guy wired it up, said it was really straightforward, really simple to wire, and maybe that's because I'm not using a lot of the things that this system will actually do. So again, you can get everything you need on moregoodinc.com. Laptop, it'll work with Windows 7 and 10. I'm utilizing, obviously, the steering wheel with the gear indicator in the center. Right now it's in the park position, so I've read that I need to reverse, and I'll show you why, this shifting pattern. It's in park. on the box underneath my driver's seat is that shifting mechanism. Right now it's in the pull position, which pull right now shows it's in park, correct? So I need to push the cable this way, so it pushes the cable that way, goes to that lever. That lever is pushed all the way forward on my Turbo 400 and it's in park. That's why I'm having to reverse that throw. So now I'll kind of give you some of that weld that's right there. That's your pivot point, and that's where it's mounted to that servo. There's a giant servo in there. If you guys hook the cable up first, I've been told this by a guy that has done a few of these in California. If you hook that up and this detent is wrong, it will literally snap this arm right off. And then you're in a world of hurt because you can't order this stuff anymore because obviously MasterShift is not around. And trying to re-weld this aluminum and transferring heat into here, you may run into some other issues. So I measured from that center point of this excuse me, this weld to that ball. It measures 1.78 to 1.79. It's just hard, just in that ballpark. So my goal is based on this length and that throw. Over here on the transmission side, I bought a low-car adjustable linkage arm to where a bolt comes in here. I don't have the ball, so I can adjust this obviously and fit wherever I need it. On that mark right there is 1.78. So I have my fingers crossed that when I find that Turbo 400 file in the program, because I measured 1.78 here and here, my distance is the same, my throw should be the same. Cable's a little bit different in length, but nonetheless, these two numbers are the same. I'm hoping that I don't really have to adjust my detent numbers and really reconfigure programming, or detent numbers, I should say. I can adjust that bolt slightly here and fix it here. So that's where I'm at, guys. Like I said, hopefully my cable shows up tonight, and I will have another video for you with some progress on programming. I read through the manual last night. Seems straightforward, but again, I'm not using a lot of things that you guys might be using that cause a little bit more heartache for you. All right. Thanks again for the guys online that have been a huge help.